10:18 on this Thursday morning. I'm still looking at those numbers, and I'm in denial. So you want to find someplace warm to go? How about the theater? How about TheaterWorks Hartford, which has a new show called The Counter? Take a look.
Would you consider me a friend?
I'd consider you a friendly customer.
What if we decide to become friends, real friends, like we tell each other secrets?
I can't believe we are even talking about this.
The whole point of this was to be honest with each other.
But now I have to do something about it.
All right. That's an interesting start. I'm a little curious about that. Say hi to Justis Boulding and Tim Dekay. You just saw them in there, but they're here on our couch in Studio 61. Nice to have you aboard.
It's great to be here.
All right, as I said before the break, I always try to get a little preview. All right, so what's this about in 25 words or less? And both of them looked at each other and sat there silently.
We did.
Yeah, all right, so now I'm going to put you on, this is live TV. We don't have time to just stare. What's it about?
It's a show about an unlikely couple. I would not in the romantic
Not
sense.
couple.
No, not couple, but an unlikely twosome.
Okay.
Who a waitress and a guy who a regular at the diner, and they strike up an incredibly interesting friendship, and they both need help with two quite remarkable things.
Quite remarkable.
That we cannot
That you're
remark
not-
on
you're
now
not gonna share.
Secrets they've pushed deep down that they haven't shared with
Excellent.
anyone.
Okay, so a lot of character depth in this, to say the least. That said, I mean, it sounds, I don't want to sound like it sounds serious and scary, but this is a comedy, right?
Yes. Yes, you're going to laugh.
This is exactly what you did.
Would you say it's a comedy?
I would say there are many comedic moments.
There are light
And
comedic moments, and there's also real depth. There's real emotional depth.
Okay.
And
Yes.
I find it to be quite inspiring and touching.
Okay. When you do you're a return visitor to TheaterWorks. You were in
Yes.
Fever Dreams last year.
Yes, I was.
So when you come, and I often ask this to actors, when you're taking on a role that, as you said, has a big a bunch of character depth to it, and something that, as you just couldn't quite describe, does that make it harder as an actor?
Oh no, I don't think so. I think the challenge is there. It's a deeper challenge, but I think the deeper you dig, the more you realize this is why I'm in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's no. I don't think it makes it harder. I think that's what the job is.
That's what you love the challenge, right?
So we have layer upon layer upon layer of all of the things.
Well, let's talk about that, because you play Paul, Katie, again, the main characters. How deep is Katie?
Oh, she pushes it all down, all of it. So on the surface, she's great.
Yeah. Okay.
But she has a lot of shame that she eventually.
And Tim, the other character.
Yeah, Paul
Paul
too pushes it way down, and he has an absurd amount of guilt about certain things, and he's afraid. He's urgently afraid of death.
Okay. All right, we're getting little bits out of this. So here's a bigger question. What do you hope the audience takes away from this?
Oh.
I hope that they are touched and moved and also inspired to feel gratitude for what they have, in their own life.
Well, I always ask, when you have a challenging character with a lot of depth, are you challenging the audience to sit there and go, oh, I identify with that?
I think we're definitely challenging the audience with can they identify with Paul?
Okay.
I think so. I certainly think so.
They have answered so deeply and told us nothing all at the same time. I think that's fantastic, which means, that means you got to go see it. It's over the counter. It's over at TheaterWorks Hartford. It's running from February 12th, which is just in a couple of days, to March 15th. There's the information. There's plenty of tickets available. And if you want to see this provocative, comedic-ish show about how everyday connections can change lives.
You're good.
That's
You're
it.
very
got it.
good.
No, that's what it said here. I didn't come up with that myself, just so you know. But Justis, Tim, break a leg.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Brendan, I'm very curious about this because for what little I know, it's like, all right, you piqued my interest there.